All right. Is everybody at timestamp 0?
I'm ready.
I'm
In
ready.
3, 2, 1, play.
And again, God, this opening logo is just such a weird culture shock. It's so weird watching this movie with the DreamWorks logo.
Tell
Like,
me about it.
what are we doing?
What are
It's
you
so weird.
doing? What are you showing me here?
Yeah, and then this is one of those like gray area movies where we talk about this all the time. Where like, is it a remake or is it just a new adaptation of the material? Given that this went with the same title as the original, and I don't think takes anything from the book that wasn't in that first movie, I think when they're just thinking of this as a remake. I don't think they're
I feel like that's
looking at the source material.
well, especially in the 90s and early 2000s, we didn't readapt books that already had an adaptation. We just remade the popular adaptation. We're
Like
not going
Psycho.
back to look at the book. We're looking at whatever adaptation already existed. Just let's do that again.
Psycho is famously a shot-for-shot remake of the movie. It's not looking at the book.
I'm still not convinced it was looking at the movie either, but
This is different already. We're not opening with a haunted house.
Nah, you saw it for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And so, and here playing Nell's sister, we have Virginia Madsen from Candyman.
oh yeah, I don't recognize her with like the longer hair.
With the different hair, yeah. In a very thankless one scene role. Nice to see her. I don't know why you cast her as this character.
That's very random.
Yeah, and this is immediately a choice I don't know how to feel about, because in the earlier version, like, Nell's kind of high maintenance, but her sister and her family kind of suck, but you also get it. Here, her sister is awful, and her sister's husband is worse. Like, he's just an evil person in this version. Like, no, we're evicting you from your house now after taking care of your mother. Fuck you. Like, this family is not sympathetic at all.
I guess it's an attempt to make Nell more sympathetic, but
Yeah.
I don't know how well that decision's going to pan out by the end. What is happening with this child?
It's scary. Aren't you scared? It's a creepy child scene. I think.
I'm not scared. I'm confused.
John, what do you think of that child performance? What do you think of that?
Beautiful.
I see you're trying to fight. Are you fighting a fly? What's going on?
No, there's a fly. It won't leave me alone.
There's no fly, John. It's a ghost fly.
Oh God, I'm losing it. I'm in Hill House.
The fly said, "Help me! I gotta pee! Ha ha!
Help me!
Help me!"
No, bye, Virginia Madsen. Come back.
No, come back.
No. Be in more of this movie.
Why couldn't you be Nell?
So,
well, you know what? I will say one of my positives of this movie, Lily Taylor as Nell here, I actually think is cast.
I thought you were.
I think she has the right
positive
look.
is Owen Wilson.
Well, that's a different conversation.
I was gonna say, because I don't know how well casts really do in this, but I don't hate any of the casts in this movie.
I think the casting is really solid for the most part. I think Liam Neeson's a good choice for the Doctor. I think Catherine Zeta-Jones is a good choice for Theo.
Yeah.
The cast, I don't think the cast is the problem with this movie.
Who's at the phone?
Spooky phones scare me.
It's the phone jump scare from The Exorcist.
Yeah. And in case you're jumping in late or joining us, today we are watching Jan de Bont's 1999 film The Haunting, based on the 1963 Robert Wise film The Haunting, based on Shirley Jackson's 1959 book The Haunting of Hill House, not to be confused with the William Castle movie or its
Robert,
remake from 1999, or the god damn it. Well,
you were
dead.
on a roll there.
You were on a roll, and then you cut off just for the Haunting on Hill. No, yes,
House on Haunted Hill.
House on Haunted Hill. Fuck you, William Castle.
Haunted Hill House haunts.
Which, as we mentioned earlier, was also remade in 1999 for some reason.
Yeah.
And also, there was a Roger Corman produced movie, The Haunting of Hell House, in 1999.
It's all connected.
Why are there 3 haunting movies in 1999?
No, I do think just on paper, Liam Neeson is great casting for this role. But it's also funny because the set design and everything, I can't unsee the Scary Movie 2 version, which is Tim Curry.
That's great.
Yeah, that movie got Tim Curry somehow.
Yeah. That's amazing. One thing that is weird with this doctor character, for some reason, he's the one where we keep changing his name. So in the book, he's Dr. Montague, which is a bit part in the Netflix one, played by Russ Tamblyn. That's his cameo. But in the 63 film, he's renamed as Dr. Marquay for some reason. And here he's Dr. Marrow. Just call him Montague. I don't know why his name keeps changing in these movies.
No.
It's a nitpick.
You have a problem with the name Montague? Like, what?
But between Marquay, Marrow, and Montague, I think Montague's the coolest of those 3. In my opinion.
Very strange.
Okay, so the setup for this one, I think, is almost an interesting idea, where it's not... The doctor in this one is not at all interested in the paranormal. He's not hunting ghosts. He's not trying to prove ghosts are real. What the setup here is he's doing a experiment studying fear and why people get afraid and how they physically react when they're afraid. But he's also lying to these people and tricking them. They're coming here thinking that it's an insomnia study, because the common trait all these people have is they suffer from insomnia, and that's what they think they're coming here for, is for him to study their insomnia. I think it's just weird and convoluted. Especially when the house turns out to be fucking haunted.
So yeah, on top of that, it's also a haunted house.
That the doctor doesn't know is haunted. That's not part of his investigation. I think adding
that.
But I think adding deception to the setup is a good idea if it's, well, I'm trying to prove this house is haunted, but I want impartial subjects, so I'm going to lie to them and have a more honest experiment. Like that, I think, could be an okay update. But that's not what they're doing.
Also, sort of similar, but not the same thing to how Stevens portrayed in the Netflix version, where he's, a con man, basically.
Yeah.
Not exactly the same thing, but because he's not running experiments or anything. But...
He's more of a con writer.
Yeah.
Where he does do experiments and treat these people seriously, but like we saw with the lady
he doesn't believe
interviewed. Yeah, and then when he disproved what was going on, he was like, okay, well, I'm going to write about it now, and I'm going to put my fictional spin on it.
Right. They made Mr. Dudley really like Doc Brown. Like
that's Bruce Dern. That's classic actor Bruce Dern. Yeah, he's in like 2 scenes, but
okay, why do they keep getting like big name people for such small roles?
I don't know.
Virginia Madsen has 1 scene. This guy's got 2 scenes.
Because this movie cost $80 million to make.
Yeah. Well, and
The difference
earlier,
in
so
budget between the '60s version and this one, not even just because time had passed, just
right,
what the fuck?
even adjusted for inflation, that's like I don't know, $10 million, $20 million. That ain't 80. So yeah, earlier asked like, how did this movie cost so much? Again, to its credit, production design is really big, kind of neat. Uh, it's a very we see some very elaborate sets and a lot of visual effects, and I'm not gonna say they all look great, but I can see the money kind of
I do know that
choices were made.
they use CGI extensively in this movie.
Well, extensively is subjective. You got to see it for yourself.
What happened to this guy, man? He made Speed and Twister, and then
Dude, yeah, Jan de Bont's Fall from Grace from Hollywood should be
Should be,
studied.
yeah.
Like, he's a famous director of photography, cinematographer for decades. Works on shit like Die Hard. Comes out swinging with Speed, which I think is an action masterpiece. Then follows it up with Twister, which John loves,
I'm a
big
fan.
hit 90 film.
A lot of people love it. Yep.
Then he makes Speed 2, which is his first failure. And then he makes this movie, which is divisive, you could say. And then he makes, I don't know, like the Tomb Raider sequel with Angelina Jolie. Like,
Did he do one of those? Wow.
He
yeah,
did The Cradle of Life, which I don't remember. I know I've seen it, but I don't
I've never
remember
seen
it.
it. It's probably better than Speed 2, I guess. I don't know.
That's not hard.
And then that's it. Right?
Well, and what's surprising too is between The Haunting and Lara Croft, the worst title of all time, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, The Cradle of Life. But between that, we should mention he produced, or at least gives producer credit, on Equilibrium, which I've heard of, but I don't know much about.
Was that like one of those Matrix knockoffs? I'm
I
not.
think so. Yeah. I think, is
Oh
that the one with
yes, that's the
Christian
one with
Bale?
Christian Bale. Yeah, I haven't seen
Yeah.
it. And Minority Report.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a big hit.
Yeah, and then yeah, just
I was
Just
just
fizzles
polishing
out.
this knife.
Hi, creepy Mrs. Dudley.
I think
okay.
they're laying
I
on the
don't know if
creepiness
anybody
a
else
little
here
too
is gonna
thick.
know this. That is the creepy neighbor lady from Home Alone 3.
Oh my god, that is. That's amazing. That bitch. Okay.
That was my grandma's favorite of them when I was a kid. So
Oh,
I've seen that one a lot.
I am so sorry.
I remember
I
liking
haven't.
it as a kid. I don't know if it holds up. I'm sure it doesn't, but
I don't think it does. That's one of the first sequels I don't like, but I watched it because my aunt had it on VHS and none of the other Home Alone movies. So I was like, well, I
Well,
guess I'll watch Home Alone 3. And yeah,
joke's
I'm not
on
a
you,
big fan of that movie.
Robert. That's Roger Ebert's favorite Home Alone
That's
movie.
true.
no, my grandma for whatever reason thought Home Alone 3 was hysterical. I'm
No,
sure
I've
it
definitely
doesn't hold
seen
up. I
that
haven't went
movie.
back to it since I was a kid.
I've
Oh,
definitely seen that movie once or twice. I don't really remember
But
that
also I
character.
can't hate it because I saw Home Alone 4.
oh,
The made
that's
for
even worse.
TV one.
Yeah.
There are no Home Alone movies after 2.
So, okay.
Yes.
Because this adds the whole thing with the guy that made the house, right?
Yes.
With Crane,
I
yeah.
thought so. So, because Noah, you were saying earlier, you think they kind of drop the haunting stuff in Scary Movie 2? They
Yeah.
don't, but it's because it's all from this one.
Oh.
They're parodying all the stuff this movie made up for them.
Well, I guess yeah, that's the most recent version. That's definitely the version that they'll be looking at the most.
Yeah, this movie has a weird take on the statues, where instead of statues, there's just faces carved everywhere. I mean, there's a reason for it. It just looks weird.
Faces of Stone.
Robert, for context, in Scary Movie 2, there is a really awkward sex scene with a CGI ghost and what is her name? Noah. She's in she's in one of the Scream sequels in the fictional movies. Tori Spelling?
Tori Spelling?
Yeah.
Yes. Because she's in that, and she has a sex scene with a CGI ghost.
Oh no. Would be funny if it was Dan Aykroyd though. Ghostbusters watch. It's a flip.
Oh my god.
I know that line. She said, "In the night, in the dark." That's in the Netflix one.
I understood that reference.
Yeah, like this is a remake that kind of gets the gist of the original. Like, it doesn't go as far in its own direction as the Flanagan one does, but what it does add is questionable. And like I said, I haven't read the book, so I can't speak to it. But if you're comparing like this to the Flanagan one, it's like, well, I guess this one's technically closer to the book. That doesn't make it better.
I mean, I didn't
So
finish the
far,
book,
this
so
is
I don't
not
know how that
terrible.
ends. But I have a hard time buying this as closer because I kind of remember where they're going with some of this.
Yeah. No, and like Noah just said though, I don't think this is like awful for the first half. There's just something off.
Yeah.
This is a movie that really goes off the rails in the last third. But you know, the setup's similar, got the same characters, house. So I like Catherine Zeta-Jones as Theo. I think that's a good choice. And this is an update I'm okay with since it's set in the 90s, as we are more uh, open about Theo being gay, though I think she's actually technically bisexual in this version. That's fine. The problem is it does that 90s thing where that is her entire personality. I don't think there's a single scene in this movie where that doesn't come up. I want you guys to pay attention to that, where that is like all she talks about.
Just
she really wants to bang.
Like,
no, it is not subtle about it.
Oh.
Yeah, you'd say that like a joke. No, like pay attention to the dialogue.
Okay.
Well, it's the 90s. We could be more open with that.
I'm fine with that in theory, but we make that her entire personality.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's dated in how they write characters.
It weirdly makes the first one feel more timeless because it's subtle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's already given her the eyes.
If there's one thing Jan de Bont is not known for, it's subtlety.
No way. I mean, have you seen the characters in Twister? Okay.
No, it's like, okay, movie.
All right. Come on. Turn the horniness down a bit. Okay, yeah, so she's bi.
Why is she so horny? Like, what the fuck?
It doesn't stop. It is all that is this character's entire personality. It is all she talks.
Okay, so I don't like that choice, but I can see why they did it because I've seen other movies. Like there is a movie a couple years later called May. I think it's called May that has the girl from the Carrie TV movie, and Anna Faris, funnily enough, is in that movie, and she plays a similar kind of character that is just like a lesbian. That's all she thinks about is the fact that she's a lesbian and wants to be with the main character. So apparently in horror, like that's just how we wrote that stuff for a while.
Yep. It just right off the bat, the stranger she just met, it's like, well, do you have any boyfriends, girlfriends? It's like that's a really forward question for this person you met 5 seconds ago.
She's like, how do you feel about open relationships? I hope that's not how he looks at
Whoa,
me when
whoa,
he's
whoa!
hungry.
Tyler says Theo's looking at Nell like Robert looks at Nell when he's hungry.
That's not the face I pictured. I really hope that's not the face he makes.
It's like a cartoon where you just like turn into a big steak.
A cheeseburger.
We've been here for 20 minutes.
Again, this is a house with food in it.
You don't know that. Yeah, and this is one of those bits like, remember when in the other one they're like looking at the book of like Dante's Inferno or whatever? Here it's this giant carving in the wall because everything's got to be bigger.
They got to make
in this
it bigger.
version.
They got to take away the subtlety.
Yeah,
that's what I've learned so far.
John, why did this movie cost so much? Because we got to make the big fucking doors with the carving.
I like to I want to imagine 10 million went to the director, the actors, split between them, and then 70 million went towards those doors.
Yeah, like I said, I do think the set design is kind of one of the standouts of the movie. It's at least what makes it interesting because it's so exaggerated and different from the other versions. But I mean, if it's trying to be creepy, I think it fails. It's one of those like it's trying too hard.
Do you think they cast Lily Taylor in The Conjuring because of this movie? No.
Probably not.
I highly doubt when she auditions for movies, she mentions I was in The Haunting from 1999. Robert, because I forgot what I was gonna tell you before we went to break because you mentioned The Conjuring. Because she's also in that new Fear Street movie that sucks. But Austin and I were talking about it, and because I forgot she was in The Conjuring, I was looking her up. She is going to be in Born Again, I guess, in season 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
As to be announced. So, somebody.
Oh, my favorite character.
Yeah.
I wonder if she'll be a recast. I mean, this is probably reaching. I wonder if she'll be a recast version of Matt's mom.
Oh, maybe. I jokingly said Typhoid Mary because that'd be really funny. Like 60-year-old Typhoid Mary.
Yeah, why the spinning set? Like, it's cool, but why?
What are we doing here?
Yeah, doesn't everybody just dance with the stranger they met 10 minutes ago?
This is an old...
Would you agree with me? This set would make an amazing Resident Evil movie.
Oh, absolutely. Like, no, like, the set designers on this absolutely deserved work on something like Resident Evil. Like, they'd be a great choice for that.
Exact set and everything, and just make a Resident Evil movie.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Like, what? Like, we're in a Scooby-Doo set.
This is an old Victorian mansion, not a fun house. Like, what was that hall of mirrors room?
I'm Owen Wilson.
Oh, yeah, Owen Wilson.
I don't know. So far, this movie's winning me over and being better than the original.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
So, Luke in this one is not inheriting that. He's just one of the test subjects.
He's just Owen Wilson.
He's just Owen Wilson. And I'm so conflicted on if that's a good choice or not, because I think he could work as Luke. And he is a good choice for like the comic relief, which is what Luke kind of is in the original, but just they amp it up to an 11 where it's such a weird choice.
Already we've had a while.
He is like, it's 1999 and he is so Owen Wilson in this movie.
He's had like 2 minutes of screen time and he's already the most Owen Wilson-iest I've seen Owen Wilson.
He is meme Owen Wilson before memes exist.
Yeah. This is the most Owen Wilson I've ever seen him.
Yeah, and like Tyler said, he thought the rooms could be cool. They just don't really make sense. And I agree. Like, there's no internal logic. It's very exaggerated and cartoony. Again, it's neat.
but Robert, it's like in the original, the interior and the layout of the house makes no sense. So just like in the remake.
Yeah, my main issue with the production of this is like, if it's trying to be creepy, I think it fails Like that movie and the Netflix show have such a good creepy atmosphere to it. This doesn't have that at all.
I mean, it's something, but yeah,
It's something. Yeah.
it's not
Okay,
unnerving.
so I'm the only one that's gonna care about this, but the character that they introduced as Todd, that actor is actually a carryover because he is also in Twister.
Oh, there you go. A
He's
Jan de
one of
Bont
the
regular.
storm chasers. Who then went on to be in Eyes Wide Shut right before this, which I haven't seen, but that
Oh,
he
good
had
for
a really weird 1999
him.
Broken Vessels that I've never heard of, Eyes Wide Shut, and then this.
Well, in Eyes Wide Shut, correct me if I'm wrong, Noah, I think infamously that took like 5 years to film or something like that. Like it had a crazy long production.
It was a really long production. I think a long. Yeah,
So
kind
he
of
probably filmed that long before doing this, and then they just came out
right.
the same year.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I know. I'm just saying in terms of
Wow.
release, that's just really funny. Going from
Yeah,
Eyes Wide Shut to this. Uh, Actually, we might have a couple of Twister alums because that redhead looks really familiar too.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's Bill Paxton.
Of course. What is her name?
Let's see. If it's Mary, then she doesn't have a Wikipedia page.
I think they said Mary earlier.
Alex Koramzay.
Sorry, we got your
that
name
is who
wrong.
that is. Okay. She has an IMDb page. Oh, I don't remember who this is, but Noah, she's in Kindergarten Cop as
Oh, cool.
Cindy.
Another
Okay.
90s classic.
I love
I did like
Kindergarten
that
Cop.
movie.
I'd like to remember. I saw that as a kid, and I was like, "This is really good," but like that movie goes to dark places that I wasn't
Oh, yeah.
expecting when I was 8 years old.
Oh yeah, I was surprised by that when I finally watched it.
Yeah, I still.
Because you always think of it as it's not the Tuma movie.
Yeah, it spawns that like whole trend of like wacky, weird genre blends, but what a lot of the copycats are missing is like that grit that
Yeah.
Kindergarten got, because people get fucking shot and die in that movie, and
Yeah.
you usually don't see that in any of its imitators.
You probably
It's
don't
just
see that
goofy
in
nonsense.
Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Like, I don't know. This is one of
What a
those.
lot of those are also missing. I think it's just Arnold to kind of hold it all together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that movie I think was written with Arnold in mind. Stop or My Mom Will
Probably.
Shoot.
That's true.
Probably. But no, because I was just thinking when I finally watched that, the only thing I could compare it to was The Pacifier, which I watched a lot as a kid. And like I think Vin Diesel's an okay action guy, but he doesn't have the leading man charisma that Arnold has. What is that necklace she's wearing?
It's fashion.
It looks like a railroad track that somebody just turned into a necklace.
Like a toy rope.
Yeah.
It's like a Lego one. This is what they were wearing in the 90s, John.
I don't see any
Probably.
flannel or plaid here. This wasn't the 90s. His name was Hugh Crane.
His name was Humongous.
His name is Huge Jackman. So again, I have questions about this experiment he's studying. It's like, so he's bringing these people here with insomnia, and the real experiment is, well, I'm studying fear, and I'm gonna bring them to this creepy place and tell them creepy stories and see if they get scared. Yeah. It's like, and then they get scared, and it's like, Okay, what was the hypothesis? I don't know. Like, what's the conclusion he's after? It's very half-baked.
It was how quickly they get scared. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Is this the Scarecrow origin story?
I wish. Dude, in the first appearance of the Scarecrow, I think he gets fired from his job as a professor because he fires a gun in class. And he's like, I was studying to see how scared people would get when I shoot a fucking gun. And they were. I was right.
It's like, no
This
shit.
is the ultimate tool of fear.
Loud noises, speaking of.
It's like, oh fuck, the piano's haunted.
Spooky piano scare me.
Don't touch that.
Whoop. Oh, fuck.
Noah, did you also have to rent this one?
Yes.
Oh
I
my
had to pay
god.
money to watch this.
Ow.
Oh my god. She's a supervillain now. She's got a scar across her eye.
Well, they're out of the movie.
I was
Well.
surprised we were introducing more characters. I think we probably talked over, but what was the point of those people?
They're his
Because
assistants.
scary.
Were they more test
No,
subjects?
they were his assistants.
Yeah, they're plants. I guess, because they're
No,
pretending
those
to
are
be
people. I know you can't tell the difference, but
But then, okay, but then for the rest of the movie, he's like really nonchalant about that when that wasn't part of the experiment. She almost just lost her fucking eye. I think he should react more to that.
It was an old piano. One of the
He's like,
strings
well,
snaps.
that works out for my fear experiment.
yeah, because then he
That
Guys
also
was a
wanna
nice
says,
hear
"Don't
happy
tell
something
the
action.
scary?
women this. I don't want them disturbed." But
Yeah.
aren't you here to
And then-
scare them?
Well, he knows Luke is gonna spill the beans. That's part of his ridiculously circuitous scheme.
Tyler, I think it would be seeing if they react to the controlled fear stimuli, which is the spooky stories, and compared to the independent fear stimuli, which is the actual supernatural hauntings. But he
But
doesn't
he
know the
doesn't
house.
Thank
know
you
that
for
the house
explaining
is
that.
haunted. The house being haunted is not a part of the plan. I don't think.
Right.
Robert, have you ever stopped to consider that maybe this guy is just a fraud?
But also, Tyler, not to get ahead of the movie, Liam Neeson just sleeps. Like, he's not staying up. He doesn't have hidden cameras. Like, you're gonna see him just go to bed and just see what they're like the following morning. I'm like, what's the experiment?
I thought you were gonna end that
How is
thought
he
with
cont-
Liam Neeson just sleeps.
He
Full
does.
stop.
Oh,
For
look.
the rest of the movie.
Split diopter shot.
Oh.
Homage?
No.
But there's nothing in the background. You do a split diopter shot because you're focusing on two different. What?
We just really want to focus on Liam Neeson's
Now you're
face.
just going to bed.
Robert's losing his mind.
He's turning into Daffy Duck.
Rabbit season.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, like, well, you're not gonna have like hidden cameras, which I know is unethical, but like, the other people aren't even trying to go to sleep yet, and he's like, all right, I'm out. See you guys in the morning.
Robert wants him to be like Lex Luthor on Smallville.
Oh, and doesn't everybody just bring a baseball glove? Just wherever? Okay.
Baseball fans do. Oh wow, I can't go anywhere without my lucky mitt.
Yeah, like, do you guys think the movie is leaning more into Owen Wilson being comic relief because he's Owen Wilson and was cast? Or do you think that was, like, always their intention in this version?
I
'Cause I
feel
can't
like you
tell.
cast Owen Wilson if you want that character to be the comic relief. I cannot think of another horror film that he has ever done.
Anaconda.
That's true.
He's an anaconda. Yeah, he dies at the beginning.
Did that come out before this?
I think it might have. Yeah.
Do you guys think Theo's interested in Nell? I can't tell. The movie's being really subtle.
I think they're just friends, dude. You're reading too much into it.
Oh, they're like sisters, right?
Yeah, they're like sisters.
I just think you're reading too much into it.
Right,
okay,
gotcha.
yes, this did come out. That did come out 2 years before. I forgot he's in that. I haven't seen that in a long time either. When are we gonna do our Anaconda commentary?
After the remake comes out, and we can add it to the wheel.
That is such a weird pitch for a remake, too.
I know.
Like, who asked for the meta remake of Anaconda?
Okay, this is part of the set design I question. Like, why are there fucking like wooden stalactites hanging over the bed? I don't want that shit to impale me in my sleep. Like, what are we doing? But it's trying way too hard to be scary.
It's modern art.
Oh, the faces moved. That's scary.
I feel like they're focusing more on looking cool, looking scary.
Right?
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know.
You also haven't seen the rest of this movie.
Well, yeah, I haven't, but I don't even. So far, I don't even the intention to try so hard to be scary as much as it is to.
Today is a very sad day. Multiverses has closed down and is delisted permanently.
Oh no, I never downloaded it.
That had everything to do with The Haunting.
Oh, this is the best scene. Owen Wilson just got jump scared by Liam Neeson. Watch his reaction. He just bumped into him in a hallway. Oh man! Oh.
He's still thinking of it.
He bumped into a guy in a hallway. Oh, I almost had a heart attack. Walking.
Are you okay, Owen? Do you need to leave? Do you need to go to the hospital now? Are you about to have a heart attack?
He's still out of breath. What is this scene? Oh yeah. Oh. Like, I want to know what the script version of that scene looks like compared to how Owen Wilson performs it. Like, what was the direction of that scene?
It's like the first time he's ever been scared by anything in his life.
Oh, fuck, it's Liam Neeson.
Oh, fuck, man.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow, I'm in a creepy house and I got jump scared. Oh, wow.
Oh, and I'll go ahead and mention it here just because we might miss it later. Remember that really iconic, really scary scene when Nell's alone and thinks somebody was holding her hand, but it's actually a ghost?
Yeah.
It's like this really creepy, drawn-out moment. In this version, that's an ADR line where I don't remember what scene it is, but she's like freaking out, and there's a line dubbed in where she says, "Who was holding my hand?" Like they just added it in post.
They just brushed past it.
Yeah,
that's lame.
It's very nothing. But first, we got to do this scene, which again isn't bad. It's just sound design. You know, we're not off the rails yet.
I mean, so far it's the same.
Yeah, it's not too different. Let me in.
Well, let me in. Eric Andre on the other side.
Like I said, a big part of what makes that first movie work is the sound design.
Yeah. So far, the sound design in this is not bad.
And
it's all right.
And here we got to add CGI breath because they're cold.
Oh God.
It's not even bad. Just stop drawing attention to it.
Okay, I've been able to see my breath like when it's cold. It
doesn't look like
strong.
that. Yeah. They should be like dying of hypothermia right now. Oh, okay, I hadn't noticed this before. What's with the Egyptian Sphinx head behind her? Like, that doesn't match the rest of
Robert's never met an
the
eccentric
artistry
rich
in this movie.
person,
I don't.
confirmed. No, Robert, this is a Resident Evil house.
That's true. Well, there's an idea this one presents that I do like with Hugh Crane, the ghost in this version. The idea is he couldn't have children, he went crazy, and he just kept building more and more of the house, just adding on to it. Like, that's a cool idea to expand on. There's that really famous mansion. I don't remember what the name of it is, but the one that like is just unfinished and has like that architecture that just doesn't make sense, like rooms that go like, and I think the owner was somebody who like went nuts. So I think that's a cool take for a haunting adaptation. That's just not really what the set design matches. Like, it's too uniform, and I don't know. It's like, I guess, just not creepy.
Yeah, I mean it's bigger, but
Like, it's bigger.
it's not effective.
And it's lines like that where I'm like, I can't tell if that's written to be a funny line, or I can't tell if the character Luke is trying to be funny, or if he just sounds funny because it's Owen Wilson. Because what he just said was, "Oh, I didn't hear the noise. I just heard you shouting, 'Luke, help me, Luke.'" And I can't tell if the character's making a joke or not. It's just funny because it's Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Wow, I got screwed on the
I
room.
got
We should have been counting how many times he says "wow" in this motion picture.
I think I've already lost count. He said "wow" in his first scene.
It wasn't ghosts, it was the pipes. It was the creepy loud pipes.
They commented on it in the scene that we just watched, but I think another reason why this is so scary, or just like going into what we were, what we keep talking about, like their room is huge. I don't know. It just it loses that like intimate kind of cramped
That
feel.
claustrophobic
feeling of the original scene.
You really didn't hear anything? Nope, I was asleep.
I was fucking sleeping. I was being lazy in my experiment. I wasn't monitoring you guys.
I hope a spooky ghost doesn't show up.
I sure hope that wind is friendly. I think I know what's about to happen.
It's the Final Destination wind. It's back.
No, as long as there's not evil sentient water.
Excuse me, the evil sentient water is peak. This movie would be better
No,
with
it's
it.
not. Already
Oh
we're using some
no.
CGI.
It's fine that they're being subtle. They're not.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck. Oh no. That's
Oh.
terrible.
This is gonna be one of those.
That is one of the things of all time.
Eleanor. You know, it was creepy in the original because we didn't see the ghost.
Fuck you. It's 1999. We have the budget for it.
I don't think it's bad that we see them. It's just it looks like a PS1 game.
It does. Find us. and she very nonchalantly reacts to it like she should be.
Well, John, you're right. It's not necessarily bad that we see the ghosts, but they have to be scary.
Yeah, like that is scary, but like in the incorrect way. Like if you saw that, if you woke
like,
up
oh
and saw
God,
that
get away
on your pillow. No, if you woke up and saw that on your pillow, you'd be freaking the fuck out. But in a movie, it looks weird and bad.
Tyler asked what just happened. A ghost
The CGI
went
ghosts.
from the curtains up, swam through the mattress, and then went into the pillow and formed a face
It looked
that
like
looked like a PS1 game and said, "Find us,
It-
Eleanor." And Eleanor went, "Okay, I guess."
I was like, yeah, sure. It looked like Freddy in Nightmare Remake.
Did. Well, that's funny. When we were talking about Nightmare on Elm Street earlier, I'm like, oh, there's a lot of that Nightmare remake in this movie.
Oh boy.
In terms of visual effects.
This at least has the excuse of being from 1999.
From the 90s, yeah.
Yeah, but we had some good CGI in the 90s.
Most of the CGI that was good was enhancement. Like Jurassic
Yeah.
Park, it's just enhancing those models. This is pure CGI, and it's bad now, but to be fair, at least from memory, it is kind of on par with other pure CGI things from the time.
Yeah, like this isn't the worst 90s CGI I've seen. It's just not
No
good.
reboot exists. Or Robert, there is a Power Rangers ripoff that is kind of Power Rangers meets Transformers. The kids are like car enthusiasts, and then their morphing is them entering an this animated world as cars, and the animated world is all early 90s TV CGI.
Hell yeah.
It's just not good.
Or, I mean, the CGI Megazord in the first Power Rangers movie. Like,
That
wow.
at least had money.
That is correct.
I like how Owen Wilson's whole bit in this scene is just, oh, this house is really creepy, guys. Isn't this house really creepy?
Yeah, his whole character is, this house is creepy. I am also horny.
And I am also horny.
Because he just said, I'm going to go check on Theo, see what she's up to. Like, look at that door. That's a big-ass door.
That's a giant door. Did I mention this house is creepy? I'm going to go check on Theo.
Hey, look, she's drawing a maze. I wonder if that's symbolic.
I wonder.
The subtitles just said, clinking intensifies. I love that. And like I said, I think Lily Taylor is a really good choice for now. Most of the casting, I think, is solid. Whoa.
I even think Owen Wilson is good casting. He's just being extra Owen Wilson.
He's being extra, and you don't want that in a horror movie. Like, that's the problem. Like, you can have comic relief. You need to know when to play it and when to dial it back. He is just Owen Wilson at an 11 for his entire screen time.
Yeah. That's a problem.
Like, I didn't see anything. Chains clinking.
Clinking intensifies.
Do you like my denim? I think it's pretty cool.
One day I'm gonna play a talking car.
Ka-chow.
And a shitty movie.
People are gonna debate over the quality of my movie in an internet live stream.
Oh my god, is Owen Wilson doing a commentary on our commentary of his movie?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's so meta.
Santa? Oh, fuck!
That wasn't Santa, that was Krampus. What is this? It's just a swinging thing.
Yeah. Everybody has one of those. Have you ever owned a house?
You know that Victorian mansion that has the giant fucking pendulum in the middle?
That's an homage to Poe, This movie's looking at the classics.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that scene
Like,
in The
Owen Wilson
Raven.
has less of a reaction to this than bumping into Liam Neeson in the hallway.
I do
That's because Liam
remember those
Neeson's
chimneys.
scarier.
Oh God, what's this? Oh no!
What the hell?
I found it. It's called Vampires. So half of the show just looks like that.
Remember this scene?
You guys should take a look at this.
What does that mean? Is there someone in this group named Eleanor?
Did you paint that, Luke? You should be like, how? Like, what? When could I have possibly done that?
Did you paint that and then call everybody over here?
When could any of us done this? This scene is just so emblematic of the entire movie, where it's that scene, but bigger.
Yeah. They immediately start yelling at each other in this version.
I love that it's written in like red paint that looks like blood.
Yeah, because it's scary.
It's like Red Room from the movie.
That's a funny bit in the original. Okay, I will say this is actually kind of a creepy shot. The little kid paint footprints. I like that choice. And then you cut back to Owen Wilson. I forgot about it, but that's a bit I forgot to talk about in the original when they find the "Come Home, Eleanor" written in chalk. I don't know if you guys noticed this when Luke goes and rubs the chalk and to look at what it is.
Yeah.
He tastes it and then says it's chalk. Why is the taste what confirms to you that it's chalk?
He ate a lot of chalk.
Who goes licking chalk? I thought that was really fun.
He just has a lot of experience eating chalk. He knows what it tastes like.
It's like, this looks and feels and smells like chalk. I gotta taste it just to be sure. Hey, look, it's the spiral staircase.
It's two of them.
But it's bigger.
It's extra spirally. It looks like a DNA strand.
DNA.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaur. Haunted houses.
Like said, the set's impressive.
Cut this movie to be narrated by Mr.
Mr.
DNA
DNA.
from Jurassic Park.
Those who walk there walk together.
Eleanor, come home.
Silence lay steadily over the halls of Hill House. Yeah, and I do think, I think Lily Taylor's good casting. I think her descent into madness is really rushed to this. Like, she's already weird, but not in a consistent way.
So far, she's been
stressed. Don't be so judgmental, okay?
So far, she's been, I guess, for a lack of a better term, more normal.
Well, she's a lot more assertive and sure of herself and put together at the start of this.
A little bit more, yeah. Has it
definitely more assertive,
more together, yeah, and more assertive than.
And then here she's just like, oh, these statues, so cool. I love it here. It's like, what? Okay. Dutch angle.
She
got
just
a Dutch
feels like
angle.
a different character now. Dutch angle.
Every time they cut back to that giant mural, just like, what am I looking at?
Aren't you disturbed? Isn't this creepy?
Pretty creepy.
This movie is pretty creepy. Would you guys want to see someone? And you probably not because we already have the Flanagan version. But would you guys want to see someone try to make this a movie again?
Like this version?
Like like the original version, like just the story.
Just readapt the book.
Like, I wouldn't mind another movie. Yeah. I think you can find that good blend of still being suspenseful and psychological, but having more on-screen ghosts, like Flanagan does. I think you can find that right balance for a movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I need it at this point, just because we have the Flanagan version. But
oh, sure. I'm just it would depend on the director and the intention, but yeah, I wouldn't mind another. Like I said, it's nice that we have that Netflix show just so that this isn't like the last stamp we have on that book.
It's funny you ask that. I wasn't joking when I said give this to Raimi. I want to see what he does with it.
Oh,
you make a really fun one.
Yeah, I don't know. My thing with Raimi though is that he would make it really fun.
He would make it good.
Well, he would make it fun, but the original story of this is really.
He would make it good.
But the story is really bleak and depressing. I mean, I get it.
Have you seen Drag Me to Hell?
That's a happy ending. I don't know what you're talking about.
That movie's funny though.
But it's also really bleak and depressing when you think about it.
Yeah.
Noah would think that movie's has a happy ending.
Yeah, get the director of The Substance to remake this. I want to know what that looks like.
That'd be fucking weird.
As Dennis Quaid as the doctor.
He's just chowing down on shrimp the whole time.
Oh no, it's Casper.
Oh, at least he's friendly. How close to this was that the live action Casper movie?
Pretty close.
Was that the same year?
No, Casper was before this. I think that's like mid-90s.
Yeah, I don't know.
The people who made Talk to Me, if you want like the dark, bleak version of this readapted, that would be my pick.
That would be great.
I think they nail it. That's a creepy movie.
They got a new movie out right now. I want to see it.
And Flanagan's show, I will say, I think for me is the scariest version of the story. Like it doesn't have the bleak ending, but that's a scary show. Like it's very effective.
It's pretty creepy.
Like the one thing I would definitely borrow from that in another movie would be like the secret ghosts, the hidden ghosts in the background. I spotted a few of them the first time I watched that show, and every time you do, it's fucking terrifying. You're like, stop talking and turn around. There's a fucking ghost in that room. Get out of that house.
Horrifying.
I don't know what this has to do with anything, but Tyler says Casper was 1995.
Oh, we
were talking about Casper a second ago.
Yeah, no asked if that was the same year. It was mid-90s.
I am scared to go back to that movie. I loved it as a kid.
I knew it had to be mid-90s because does Devon Sawa play Casper? I know he's in that movie.
Yeah, he's when Casper turns into a human.
But like, and he voices him the whole movie.
Maybe.
That's yeah. I don't know, but I knew it had to be earlier because he's like a kid in that. But I've never seen that movie in full. It's one I missed growing up.
Oh no, no. So he only plays him as the human form. That's somebody else voicing.
Weird.
I don't know why you do that.
That wasn't blood, Eleanor. That was paint.
Oh, that guy,
It was
that kid,
crimson paint.
whoever it is that's voicing Casper, went on to voice him in the spooktacular new adventures of Casper as well.
Oh, good for him.
That's a franchise that's just dead, right? Like, I don't think we've done
Right,
anything
yeah.
like that in a long time.
Yeah, it's... we could all use
Wait,
a
you're kind of
franchise about a
scaring
dead
me how
child.
close you are to the camera.
Yeah. No.
Ah, jeez,
Dial
what are you
back the
showing
wide
me
angle
here?
lens. Yeah, and I think Christina Ricci's in that Casper movie. It's like one of those
I would
early
rather
post.
just be watching the Casper
Adams.
movie. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is the part of the movie when I think it starts to drag.
She's the daughter of
Like
his name?
who is that? Bill
Bill
Pullman?
Pullman, I
yes.
think. Yeah.
Oh my god, I haven't even seen that movie, and I knew that.
Oh, you haven't seen Casper?
I've seen it
No, I
exactly
missed
one
it.
time.
I did have. I had a VHS tape of some movie that had a trailer for Casper on it. So I've seen a trailer a million times.
So I had the
but yeah.
VHS tape of that movie, and I had the PS1 game. Bet you
Oh,
didn't know
nice.
there's a PS1 game.
I'm sure that holds up.
I was really bad at it too.
Oh god, her hair is CGI.
Ah, Jesus.
I hate when my hair just is animated.
I mean,
like what, when it's very
I don't know if it's
frizzy and
just in, like-
staticky? Like, no, literally animated.
No,
I
animated.
don't know if it's just like relative to the other CGI that I've seen in this. That did look terrible.
Yeah, I didn't think it looked good, but fair enough.
I didn't say it looked good. I said it didn't look terrible.
High praise. It did not look terrible.
So,
I mean,
John,
after
are you
that
still
head
putting
in the
this over?
pillow.
John, are you still
No,
putting this over the
really
original? Or you kind of
slowed down.
Yeah, it drags hard in the middle. It's not a house. That's a mansion.
We're still getting more shots of that house.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably just like a really big model. You know, that's cool. I miss models.
I mean, I will say this movie does look cool in some places when it's not using CGI.
Yeah, like the Netflix one is obviously a lot smaller than this, but it doesn't look cheap. It just looks authentic. Like, yeah, for a this would have been like a really big house
like a
100 years ago. Yeah, like from that era.
Mhm.
You know, but this is
This is like just it's straight out of fantasy.
This makes Wayne Manor look restrained.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a fun idea, but it's not scary. I think there's
Right,
only,
it's like,
there's only so many ways we can just say it's not scary. But
yeah, it's like what is the mission state? And that's what is frustrating about watching this is I can't tell what Jan de Bont's trying to make, you know, like I'm not getting what he's
I feel
going
like,
for.
just based on his other movies, he's going for spectacle. He's a spectacle director.
Yeah, but we're also an hour in and it's still taking its time, which isn't a bad thing for this material, but it's not like a wacky haunted house movie yet. Like, we're still building to that stuff. And that's what's weird about Jan de Bont's career too, is he starts with Speed, which I think is an action masterpiece and very practical. I'm sure there's like lots of rear projection and compositing in that, but it's still mostly model work. Like, there's very little CGI. And then he makes Twister, which has a lot more CGI, but it needs it. And then it's like from that point on, he is just obsessed with CGI and can't get away from it.
it was like the new emerging technology.
Oh my god!
Austin kind of has this thing, and I agree with him. A lot of directors at a certain point will just hit.
Oh,
They're more
fuck.
interested in advancing technology than
Yeah.
anything else, and I think he just
Well,
hit that mark too quick.
Zemeckis is like the poster child of that.
I think Favreau is at that point.
Yeah. I'd like to see him make another movie. Well, he is, so we'll see how it turns out.
You didn't love The Lion King?
I did not.
Oh, I love The Lion King. The original.
Because you would be
OG.
the one fan of The Lion King, the live action, but not really live
I mean,
action.
that
Because it's just a
that
different
movie
form of
is
animation.
just that movie
It
is
is a
just
shot-for-shot
cheaply
remake.
the same movie
It's also like a half hour longer.
somehow.
I don't know how you do that.
Didn't they add like a bunch of new songs and shit?
They added
A couple.
They added one terrible Beyonce song that just plays during like a montage. No, and they even shortened some songs. Like "Be Prepared" is 2 seconds long.
Yeah, that's
That
like
pissed
barely
me
a
off.
song.
That's like one of my favorite songs from the original.
It's a great
Holy
song.
crap! Casper cost $55 million to make. Jesus.
Jesus, that's a lot of CGI. Aren't you investigating? Are you invested in this investigation?
I'm investing my
I'm
time.
invested in Robert trying to say that sentence.
Oh my god, it's a flip book.
Yay! Ah, this movie's broken me.
This, the people who
I
built this
will
house
put
were
my foot
animators.
down though. This is better than the Fog remake.
It is.
That's a hill to die on.
What's down here?
That's where the bar is. It's down here. Also, just out of curiosity, because I still had the page open, I pulled up the director of Casper's filmography. That was his first film. He's a TV director. He's still
Oh,
working.
okay.
He just
Good for
directed
him.
an episode of that new Matlock show that Cap was talking about.
Oh, interesting.
Oh no, he directed episodes of that Charmed reboot.
Well, we can't all be winners.
That's what everybody
Oh
wanted, a
my
remake
god.
of Charmed.
Yeah, the enchanting poking at dirt scene.
No, it's scary. Shut up.
The music
And
song
this is
is
a scene
scary.
that is kind of in the Flanagan version.
Ah! Spooky, scary skeleton.
So I think I might be just like a second behind you because you screamed and I looked over and nothing had happened. I was like, what the fuck?
I actually jumped at Robert's scream and not the movie.
Did you see the puppet skeleton?
I did.
Tyler,
At least it was a puppet.
Tyler says, just wanted to say, love the dedication to the channel and give me something to do on Saturday mornings. Show is very entertaining. This is why time zones like blow my mind because I'm like, what do you mean Saturday morning?
Saturday.
He's in the future.
He is. Has any life altering events happened in the last 6 hours? Wait a minute. How far ahead is Australia?
Oh no.
Holy shit.
Also, whoa, what the fuck? It's just why?
What the fuck? What? It's
Was
scary.
was that sort of CGI hand bullshit?
Why was those CGI animal?
That was like that's the master hand from I think that's what it's called from Smash Brothers. The big like
I like
thing
that they
thing
made
they
a
grab.
reference and I was like, is that what it is?
I don't know. I'm not a gamer.
Oh my god, it's Jareth in the live chat. Hi Jareth. How's it going?
Hello,
Oh,
Jareth.
mine
Yep.
has, hey, Jareth, you're like halfway through the last movie, but it's okay.
I think you're here just in time to watch
for the movie to go off the rails.
Yeah, to watch me lose my mind because I think I'm starting to lose. I was gonna say before I was rudely interrupted by CGI hand, that I made that joke about the first one how the first one movie would have been better if it had a 3D puppet skeleton. And
you get a skeleton.
This movie's got a skeleton. That's pretty cool.
That's your Letterboxd review. This movie's got a skeleton. That's pretty cool.
That will be my Letterboxd review.
Robert, apparently in the next 12 hours, you're going to be announced to direct a Haunting of Hill House remake.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if that's life altering. That's just nightmare fuel.
Tragedy struck the Haunting of Hill House production when the director, Robert, ate one of the crewmen named Noah. He completely snapped.
He kept going on about being trapped in a haunted house with no food.
Yes, I understand. Wendy's was down the street.
Hugh Crane, an outright villain in this version, is weird.
It is weird. I was gonna say that's like what is interesting about like the 3 adaptations we have closest book, but it's how the original owners of the house are handled. Like the first one is just this rich family that just like died one by one mysteriously. Here, Hugh Crane is like a straight up evil villain child murderer, and it's like what we hint at is like horrible and disturbing, and the movie takes no time to explore it or dwell on it.
Something I am noticing, I think, is because the Haunting, the original movie, and to some degree the book, I don't think is a traditional narrative. There's not really a villain unless you count the house. This wants to be a traditional narrative. We need a villain. We need a hero.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because we're making Eleanor way more sympathetic than she is in the original.
Yeah, and in the
we're
Netflix,
giving like a clear villain here.
Mm-hmm. And in the Netflix one with the Hills, it's like they have their own ways of how they all died. Like the original owner, Hill, like he went fucking nuts and like buried himself. He bricked himself in the basement and just suffocated to death down there. Yeah,
he bricked himself.
Don't do that.
Don't.
And then this is the part of the movie when the doctor is like, I'm pulling the plug on the experiment. It's gone too far. It's like, what did you think was gonna happen? Whether those or not, he's like, oh, okay. It's like, she's freaking out. Okay, never mind.
First of all, what was your experiment? Second of all,
what was the hypothesis?
Second of all, yeah, of course, pull the plug. Henrietta's stuck in the cellar.
Liam Neeson's freaking out. Also, this has nothing to do with anything. John was earlier talking about that guy, like, career he had. Is something funny about this coming out the same year as The Phantom Menace? I don't know why. A strange time for Neeson's career. Theo, back off! It's like she just kissed her on the head for no.
She's just being friendly, Robert. Why are you so homophobic? Like, that's not okay.
What's a kiss on the forehead between friends?
Jareth, I'm gonna finally try Black Mirror tonight. Any episode suggestion? I have only seen the pilot, and it was weird. I'll give it that.
I've seen the interactive movie that they did, Bandersnatch.
Oh, okay, cool.
Kind of cool. And then I've only seen the Bryce Dallas Howard episode, which was pretty good.
Oh fuck! The CGI breath is back.
Bah.
Oh no.
Oh, why?
Noah, I don't remember exactly how this scene ends, but I think this is one of the big scenes that they parody in Scary Movie 2.
Oh, is this the awkward
Is
sex
it because
scene you
she's
were
in bed?
talking about? That's that scene you mentioned earlier?
So Noah, you asked earlier. Oh, sorry.
Just real quick, because it's paying off. It's continuing the joke. In the remake, Robert directs Noah will be the skeleton in the haunted house. So you're gonna be the skeleton.
Yeah. See, happy ending.
I'll be the skeleton on the wire.
So Noah, you were asking earlier if this was trying to be creepy or cool.
Yeah.
The big eye windows, I think, are trying to be creepy, but it's not.
That's just.
It's
Oh wait,
goofy.
that was the ADR who's holding my hand.
Yeah,
She just
it's
said
nothing
it.
in this.
Yeah, they really brushed past that.
It's like obligatory. Like, oh fuck, we forgot to do that scene. We gotta put it in.
Although I wonder, even though this is a PG-13 movie, I wonder if this would be scarier if you're like a little kid watching this. I wonder if
maybe.
this is like a horror movie for kids.
That's one of the dumbest lines in this movie. You will not hurt a child. Bitch, they're already dead. They're ghosts.
You will not hurt a ghost child.
Well, this was rated PG-13.
Yeah. Like, you might be right. If you show this to a 4-year-old, it'll be scary. Good job, movie.
It seems like Jan de Bont is making a horror movie for children, but I don't think that was the intention.
No, I do think so. Okay, I'm the more I watch of this now that I'm older, I am convinced he is not directing this like a horror film. Any of the horror from it is in the editing and the score, or that's trying to be. He is directing a spectacle movie because that is what he does.
That's what he likes. I mean, Twister is very spectacle. That's like a big blockbuster movie.
But it's still like a slow burn. Like we're just now getting to that crazy stuff.
But I mean, that's the script before it's the direction.
That's fair.
Jareth, ghost child lives matter. Robert just hates everyone. Like, he's been complaining about the children, about the gays. It's very
the gays.
Well, Theo's technically bisexual. Get it right, John.
I'm not the one that ran on a rant about a forehead kiss earlier.
The buys, please.
Oh my god, she's what?
What?
I had nothing.
Oh god.
How do you respond to this?
The mirror is smiling at me. What the fuck is happening?
Oh,
it's going off the rails.
God, the CGI.
Is this how the director of Smile got the idea?
Yes.
He saw her smiling in the mirror and like, smiles are creepy.
God, that uncanny in her face. Both of those mirror shots was.
Weird.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think this spinning mirror room bad idea for this house. This seems very unsafe.
Okay. So this is part of a trend that I've noticed. Whenever we remake something, one of the monsters or villains has to be just really horny, and this continues that trend.
What is happening?
What the fuck is going on?
I don't like the implications of that. That is a choice.
What
oh, no. Watching? I don't want to be pregnant.
I don't want to be. She sees herself pregnant and goes, "Oh no!"
Oh, it's back. The curtain
Why
ghost
would you
is
stop
back.
To look. What's wrong with you?
It's Casper. She's just talking to Casper.
Like you said, it's this weird thing where the effect ruins it. But if you're there and seeing this for real, like, this is the scariest thing in the movie. But it's also executed terribly. Help us, Eleanor. What do you want from me?
Yeah, and I mean, maybe this is scary to a little kid.
Tyler said the more times he rewatches this, the worse it gets. And he asked if I'm finding it hard to rewatch after just watching it. I mean, yeah, I just watched this today, so not exactly in the mood for a rewatch of this. I don't know. I'm having more fun with it, like as a watch party. But
I can sympathize though, Robert, because that was my struggle with The Haunting, the original one. Having like a 10-minute gap between viewings is not advised.
Mm-hmm. Well, and like I said, the first half of this movie I don't think is terrible. There's just some choices that I'm not vibing with, and then you get to the last third and it just goes off the rails. And here we're doing this scene.
Remember the
but it's bigger.
stairs? There's 2 stairs now.
And again, it's sad that we've gotten to the point where this has to be a positive, but it's a real set. That's cool.
Yeah, this movie isn't 100% CGI.
Yeah.
If it was,
like that, like
awful.
That's a practical stunt. That's fun. Although I was saying this was easy to get through, there's also still 30 minutes left.
I don't know. Like, I'm not saying this is in all seriousness, the original is better. This has went by faster for me.
I don't know. I think it's starting to. It was dragging a bit.
I think
in
it drags
middle.
in the middle. Yeah.
I think it's about to pick up.
I think it's
getting
because
weirder
even when it's
now.
dragging, we're still like making fun of it, which just makes it go by faster.
Yeah. Yeah. The children need me. Nell, you're acting fucking crazy.
Oh my god. Liam Neeson's gonna die.
Holy shit.
For the second time in movies this year. Eleanor, please train the boy. He is the chosen one.
Train the child ghost.
Who will bring balance to the force? Wow. Every time we cut to Owen Wilson, it's just a knee-jerk, funny reaction. You can't help it.
Yeah, you know.
At this point, you leave, right?
Yeah. Not plastic up the windows.
Now, I do understand that the gate's still locked and they need the Dudleys to open it, so I get that they're trapped, but you can try climbing it.
You could try something.
Why doesn't this house have a telephone? Are they stupid?
But what you were mentioning earlier with this being a Liam Neeson this year was this and Phantom Menace, because I always think of Liam Neeson as like a really popular, good actor, and he is a good actor. But then you look at a lot of the projects he picks, and it's like, what the fuck?
Especially, well, he got trapped in like that geezer teaser trend of just all these old man act a lot ever since Taken. But yeah, he's in good stuff. He's in Darkman. He's great.
Yeah,
I love
Darkman
Liam
is
Neeson.
peak.
And he's gonna be in the Naked Gun reboot. Which I'm worried about. Oh fuck! What the hell?
Fuck, he's getting drowned by Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Did this ruin Catherine Zeta-Jones's career? Is this before
I
or
don't think
after
so. Might have heard it.
Zorro?
This is after Zorro. I think she was fine after this. Let's see.
She was still working. Guess maybe not as much. I don't know.
Oh, fuck off. I was curious about it. Okay, so unsurprisingly, talking about Roger Ebert earlier, this is a horror film he gave a positive review to. Because he liked the production design and the effect. Thought it was interesting. Ebert, known for his horror takes.
I don't know. Maybe it's because as a kid, I got into Friday the 13th really early, and I watched like a lot of documentaries about that, and then I saw his opinion on those. I was like, what the fuck? What's wrong with this guy? I've never given much stock to his reviews, other than just some of them are funny.
No, he was a good writer.
Just did not understand.
But yeah, horror is the genre he just
yeah
notoriously weird about.
But most critics were like that during that time too, not just him.
Yeah, but okay, so one thing I was curious about, this movie was nominated for a bunch of Golden Raspberry Awards. It didn't win any, but was nominated for a bunch. The only acting nomination it got was for Catherine Zeta-Jones for Worst Actress. I think that's harsh. I don't think she's bad in this movie.
I mean, those
I have issues with
Raspberries have the same problem that the Oscars do.
Yeah,
they always nominate the wrong things.
Yeah.
And the popular.
Yeah, I don't think she's bad in this at all. I think it's just the script is obsessed with her being lesbian.
Being very, very, very horny.
Tyler asks, have we added the Wolfman? No.
Which remake?
He suggested a
We've talked
feature.
about it.
Fuck that.
Oh. John, is this the scene that's parodied in Scary Movie 2? Because I could see.
I mean, kind of, yeah. Like I said, it's mainly just the ghost is evil and horny and has sex, but not with the woman that he actually wants, just the first woman available.
This ghost might be horny. I don't know what that pregnancy
this
vision
ghost
was
is
about.
horny. I mean, did you see that mirror scene?
I don't know. And then occasionally you get like a cool bit where like you see like the bed pull out of the wall. It's like, oh, that was like a real stunt. That was like a real rig thing. Cool. And then it's surrounded by all this that just looks horrible. Oh my god.
I still have so much time left.
I know.
Yeah, at this point, fuck being the gate being closed. You just get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of here.
But they have to stay to help the children.
And to his question earlier, I know after this, Catherine Zeta-Jones does Chicago. That was a big hit. I've never seen that movie. Oh, okay. Yeah, and I think Mask of Zorro was like a year before this, which is great.
I mean, I guess if you guys want to add the Wolfman, the problem is I don't like any of the actual Wolfman movies.
Well, we've done Dracula, and we've done. Well, no, I guess Frankenstein's on the wheel, right? We haven't hit Frankenstein yet.
I don't know if I did put it on the wheel because we just
did.
Not?
Well, we did the 90s. Well, we did the 90s Dracula and Frankenstein together, but we also did the Universal Dracula and the Hammer Dracula. And with Frankenstein, we were gonna do Universal Frankenstein and Hammer Frankenstein. Yeah, so if that's not on the wheel, it should be. Wolfman, we'll put on the back burner. That's not a priority.
Stop adding things. Okay, so Frank, I'm gonna put this in a notepad. I'm gonna add all these after because I want to give the movies that we have on here a chance to get landed on first.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
So
Yeah, that's fair.
Frankenstein. Noah, what was the other two?
I don't remember.
Fuck
The
you,
Fly
Noah.
should be on there,
The Fly,
and then
The Thing.
The Fly.
13 Ghosts.
The Fly is
The
on
Thing
there.
and
13 Ghosts.
yeah, those were the ones we talked about. Oh fuck! He's gonna get Final Destination.
Oh, House on Haunted Hill.
Okay, there we go.
We just added 4 more to the fucking list.
Hell yeah! And I'm like, Noah, shut up and watch the movie. You should be scared.
I'm not. This movie's not scary.
This movie's not scary.
It's not.
I don't care who I offend by saying that.
Why are you bracing? That's in the back of the car.
Where's Nell? I haven't slept with her yet. No.
Damn, the one that got away.
Yeah, Tyler and Invisible Man. I think, like I said, we're putting some of like those on the back burner. We'll get to them eventually.
We just added 4 more. We're not adding any more for the time being.
Nell's going crazy.
Spooky.
Remember how I praised the first version for being very consistent and like a believable person, and her descent into madness being gradual and earned.
Yeah,
Here
but
she
this
snaps.
this is an improvement because
This
it's
is
less
an improvement. Yeah. This is the dictionary definition of a character arc, Robert. What the fuck?
Theo's like, we're gonna go to your apartment, just you and me. I'll put some music on, buy some wine. Luke's like, hey.
Oh, you got candles.
Why aren't I invited?
I want to get on this.
Oh no. It's story time. Oh no.
Oh. Oh, there's a family relation.
Yep. She's the great granddaughter of Hugh Crane in this version.
What a coincidence.
Don't you love that twist? And
this was set up in exactly one scene.
So what the fuck is up with that vision of the ghost getting her pregnant? What are we doing in this movie?
This is like the Fog remake.
Yeah.
Weird reincarnation stuff with.
Yeah. Well, again, earlier I had to watch my words because the earlier ones, subtle and mysterious.
Yeah.
Like, is it she reincarnated? Like, something going on? Is, it's vague. This one
comes right out and says it. With the original, I never got the idea reincarnation thing going.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I just did it.
I don't like that as an idea at all.
Why is it with every ghost movie, that's what we go to?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Let me out.
Let me out of this movie. I want to be an Anaconda too.
I don't know if I've told you this. I've told somebody, but I can't remember. I would just see that movie in theaters, Anaconda 2.
Too.
Yes,
That
because
didn't have Owen Wilson.
it is Curse of the Blood Orchid.
What a great name.
Do you know what a blood orchid is?
No.
It's the stupid flower that everybody's looking for in that movie.
It's a blood orchid.
Of course.
So we should do a...
Owen Wilson's fucking up the painting.
Oh my god, he's killing your favorite painting.
No.
The one that you keep pointing
cut a
out.
mustache on it? What? Why did we do that?
We should do an Anaconda marathon before the new one.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh no.
apparently they made like
John,
5
watch.
of those.
John. Oh no.
I remember, if this is the scene I think it is, because there's one specific scene that I remember from this movie.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, he's... Oh my god.
Wow.
Is he okay? No!
Yes, this is the scene I remember.
Owen Wilson, no!
Luke is dead.
That's what that giant fucking pendulum was for.
It's set up and payoff, Noah. Haven't you heard of screenwriting?
I have.
Oh god, that's like the most bloodless decapitation scene I've ever.
That was so cartoony. This movie really is made for children.
No, when I watched the original, I was just expecting for the character Luke die because I knew about the Owen Wilson scene in this version. Poor Luke.
You're expecting Russ Tamblyn to get decapitated by a giant
Well, and then
thing.
in the Flanagan show, they're teasing you that whole time that Luke's gonna die, and then he doesn't.
Yeah.
It's subverting this movie?
Flanagan has
Unintentionally.
absolutely seen this movie.
Oh, definitely.
Everybody's
And
seen
oh
it.
god. Oh, the CGI statue. What are we doing? Like this is
I'm looking
the
forward
movie's
to
just
showing
off
you
the
some
rails.
Resident Evil 4 as well, because there's some Resident Evil 4 in this. Except it'd be the other way around because that came out after. But
Also, like the locket, it's like, yeah, we know. Is she learning anything new here?
They're just hammering it home. In case you missed it.
In case you missed her saying.
In case you missed it, her spelling it out.
Tyler asked if there's any double features we'd use or skip on. We just haven't hit one yet for me.
I used mine, so.
I haven't used mine. I mean, I guess we'll find out later.
Also, it might take a minute to get to our next double feature. It'll definitely be more than a couple weeks because we got a Ash vs. Evil Dead season 2 to finish, and also, John, reminder, we do have a Friday the 13th coming up in June.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be a
wow.
Friday the 13th commentary priority. What was the last one we did before the last one we did was the remake and original double feature, but what was the Friday the 13th we did? Was that Jason Goes to Hell?
Maybe?
Might have been.
John's like, I don't remember.
No, what was the last Friday the 13th we did?
I think we've done 2, 9,
The last one I remember was Jason Goes to Hell.
I think it was Jason
Okay.
Goes to Hell because you and I argued for most of it because it's a shitty movie. It's a shitty
That's not a
Friday the
great movie.
13th movie.
Okay, scenes like this are weird because we've established that the ghost children are supposed to be good. So why are we still trying to make them creepy? Why are the ghost children like reaching toward her?
Because they're spooky.
Yes, it was
You don't know,
Jason.
Robert.
It was Jason Goes to Hell.
Okay. Yeah.
Robert, you gotta understand, once you become a ghost, you just act creepy. Like, no matter what your intentions are. That's
part of
just
the
like
rules.
how you... It's part of, doing it, being a ghost.
Oh no.
What the
So
hell?
I'm while I'm watching it, I'm like thinking, what am I gonna give this on Letterboxd just for the ranking? This is still at least funnier than The Fog and Nightmare.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
This is better directed than The Fog. I say during this scene.
You say during this scene. It's like, yeah, I guess that's technically true. This is one of those movies where I get why horror remakes had the reputation they had for a while, because like Psycho, this is just one of those shitty 90s horror remakes, but the trend hadn't started yet. Texas Chainsaw is what kicks it off. This is just one of those random 90s remakes, and oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
Oh, now she's gonna give him a talking to. Noah, tell me how this stacks up against the
I'm not
Flanagan
afraid of you
monologues.
anymore.
Yeah.
She did it. She did the trope.
Listen to this dialogue.
Okay.
Flanagan wishes he could write a monologue this good.
Thoughts?
Oh, the CGI's freaking out.
Ah, Jesus.
This is so like big scale. It's about family.
It's about family.
That's what's so powerful about it.
I need the review on this movie.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I wish. Or revisit. They could do that now.
Well, I'm family, Grandpa. I've come home.
God. That's the thing. For most of this movie, I'm like, it's not good, but I've seen worse. By the end here, I'm like, oh, now I hate this. This is horrible.
This is really powerful stuff.
Whoa.
I think Flanagan wishes he could write a monologue that good.
But it's like he took the "it's about family" line and built a whole show around it and did it good.
Maybe.
Because that's literally what that show's about.
I mean, I bet he's seen this.
Mhm.
I doubt he thought about this movie too much while writing that.
Whoa.
Oh!
This is what Scary Movie is making fun of, because they have the shitty CGI ghost.
Oh
But
yeah.
now that you know it in context, that's her grandpa, her great grandpa, and it wants to fuck her. Like, what are we doing?
Okay,
Oh.
Robert, you're a Game of Thrones fan. This shouldn't be that weird for you.
Robert, you're already a freak. You should be used to this.
Oh no.
Oh my god, she's a ghost.
But she's a happy ghost.
This is stupid.
That's the thing. For anyone who hates the Haunting of Hill House series finale, and I know there are people who hate that series finale. I'm like, I get it, but compared to this movie,
Oh,
come
that
on.
is... Yeah,
That ending's
like...
masterful compared to this.
I think I even talked about in our review. slightly sappy at the end, but
it's sappy. It's not this sappy.
That's nothing compared to this.
Yeah, exactly. And then Theo's gonna kiss her forehead again, because of course she does.
We can add necrophilia to the list of things she's into.
Tyler asks if I'm adding this into my remake. Of course.
Yes, because you know what his movie's about. It's about family.
And God, that line, it's my family, Grandpa, and you can go to hell. Somebody wrote that in a horror movie.
And she had to say it.
It's that line that made Stephen King go, "Fine, I'll do it myself," and went to make Red Rose.
Probably.
Or Rose.
That's what's really funny about this too. Like, again, talking about in the original how fragile, tragic, complicated character. This is the 90s girl power version of it.
Yeah. I feel like I was
have you ever
too
seen
harsh. I feel like I was almost too harsh on the remake scoring, or on the original, because I gave it a 2.5, and I give this a 1.5, and I feel like there should be a bigger gap there.
There should be a much bigger gap, dude.
The original's a 3 at least.
You can always give this half a star.
No, because that's what I gave Nightmare and
Yeah,
Fog. And this is better.
I'd probably
than
give
both
this
of
like a
those.
1.
This is a 1 star.
Yeah. There's interesting things about it. There are funny bad moments. Good casting.
And there are things in this that I do like. I like Liam Neeson's character. Most of that is just Liam Neeson being.
It's Liam Neeson, yeah. Yeah, and then the most egregious sin of this movie is the John Carpenter font for the end credits.
Yeah, fuck off with that.
What are we doing?
What is this carnival music?
It's scary, because carnivals are scary. Fuck you.
Is this supposed to be Danny Elfman?
Yeah, it's stuff like this where I'm like, yeah, what was the tone of this movie supposed to be? I can't tell.
Alright. It's time for
We did it.
everyone's favorite part of the night.
Oh, wait, we got a comment real quick. Should probably read.
1 second. Because I want to stop the recording, Robert. Thank you for.
No, but this is relevant.
Okay.
It's okay. Slasher Fred just popped up in the live chat. Hello, Slasher Fred. He said, "I think what made the original Hauntings classic is how it came out during the Hays Code, and there's implications, and talk about the implications of two characters being in a relationship. Like, yeah, that's definitely one of the elements we talked about. That's subtle, and surprised they got away with it. And yeah, like there's, I think the subtlety of that movie is one of its strengths, and this one is very unsubtle, which could be fine, but it's a very wacky, over the top movie. A Jan de Bont motion picture.
That was one of the motion pictures of all time.
Well,
it sure was. Noah, are you glad you watched it?
I was just about to say I'm glad that I watched the original 60s The Haunting. I can say that I've watched the 90s one now. I don't know if I'm glad about that, but I can say that I've watched.
Thank you for watching our commentary on The Haunting 1999 if you're watching after the fact, and we'll see you guys on the next one.